Hi guys! Welcome sa enginerdmath channel. Sa video na to ay magre-review tayo for college entrance exam mathematics. So kung gusto niyo itong matutunan, just keep on watching. Okay, so this time ay magre-review ulit tayo for college entrance exam mathematics, which is part 11. So, itong college entrance exam math reviewer natin is pwede nating magamit kapag mag-a-apply tayo ng college entrance exam for UPCAT, PUPCET, ACET, DCAT, USTET, etc. So, aside dito sa series na to is meron din akong separate playlist ng different branches of mathematics like algebra, trigonometry, geometry, analytic geometry, etc. na pwede nyo ring panoorin para sa more detailed explanation sa bawat topic sa bawat branch. So, ililink ko na lang din yung mga playlist para ma-check nyo. Okay? So, magsasagot tayo ng sets of questions. So, sa part 10, nagtapos tayo sa item 100. Mag-start tayo sa item 101. So, if x is the mean proportional of 4 and 9, then x is blank. Okay, so meron lang tayong formula dito kapag yung x daw is mean proportional nung dalawang number. So, parang geometric mean siya. Kasi in equation, pwede itong isulat as 4 over x is equal to x over 9. So, therefore, cross-multiply, 4 times 9 is equal to x squared. Square root both sides. So, square root of 4 times 9, 36 is equal to x. So, square root of 36 is 6. So, x is 6. So, yung mean proportional ng 4 and 9 is 6. So, ang formula natin for mean proportional given two numbers is, let's say, x is square root of the two numbers. So, let's say A, B. Okay? So, the answer is C. Next, we have, after deducting a laborer's weekly wage by 8%, he received 966 pesos. How much did he get before deduction? Okay, so yung laborer daw ay merong wage na dinidaktan ng 8%. Tapos, yung na-receive niya na lang is 966. So, magkano raw yung initial amount without deduction? Okay, so let's say x yung amount na yon. So, amount of wage before deduction. So, sabi, dinidaktan daw ng 8% itong amount of wage niya before deduction. So, ibig sabihin, yung dineduct na amount is by percentage formula, imamultiply natin tong amount na x sa 8%. So, yung 8%, i-convert natin into decimal. So, alisin lang natin yung percent symbol and then maglalagay tayo ng invisible decimal point dito. Move natin 2 decimal places to the left. So, nandito na yung decimal point, then magdadagdag tayo ng 0 dito. So, 0.08, right? So, ngayon, imamultiply natin yung x dito sa 0.08 para ito yung amount deducted. So, equal siya sa 0.08x. So, ngayon, bubuo tayo ng equation base doon sa sinabi na he received daw ng 166. So, di ba para makuha yung pinaka-final amount na marireceive, yung deducted price na which is 966, isusubtract natin yung initial amount na x doon sa dineduct na halaga, which is itong nakuha natin, 0.08x. Now, i-equate natin sa given value, 966. So, ngayon, nakabuo tayo ng equation. So, linear equation lang siya, right? So, solve lang natin using algebra. So, x minus 0.08x. So, para wala tayong decimal, pwede nating i-multiply both sides by 100. Para makancel yung decimal. So, distribute. So, 100x minus itong 0.08x, mawawala na nga yung decimal place, magiging 8x na lang, right? Equals 966 times 100 is 96600. So, solve ngayon natin tong equation. So, 100x minus 8x is what? 92x equals 96600. So, divide both sides by 92. X is, so 96600 divided by 92 is 1. 92, subtract. 96 minus 92 is 4. 46. 46 divided by 92 is 0. 0 times 96 is 0. Subtract. 460. Bring down 0. 460 divided by 92 is 5, right? Sakto. So, 5 times 92 is 460. So, 460 minus 460 is 0. Then, bring down 0. 0 divided by 92 is 0. 0 times 92 is 0. So, remainder 0. So, therefore, ang value ng x natin is 1,050. Ito rin yung amount before deduction. Okay, so the answer is letter C. Next, we have, in a quadratic equation, y is equal to 6x minus 3x squared minus 8, the maximum point is blank. Okay, so concept tayo ng quadratic equation or quadratic function. So, kasi kapag meron tayong quadratic equation, so let's say meron tayong equation of the form y is equal to, so pwede ring f of x, so ax squared plus bx plus c. So, pwedeng graph nito is a parabola opening upward or opening downward. So, kapag upward, yung a natin, numerical coefficient ng x squared is positive. Kapag downward, yung a natin is negative. Okay? So, dahil dito sa given natin is y is equal to 6x minus 3x squared minus 8, meron tayong maximum point. Kasi nga, yung numerical coefficient nung x squared natin is negative 3. So, i-arrange ko muna into standard. Negative 3x squared plus 6x minus 8. Okay? So, inuna ko lang tong x squared. So, maximum point siya kasi nga opening downward. Kung mapapansin nyo, meron siyang pinaka-highest point, pinaka-mataas na value. So, kapag opening downward, meron tayong max point. Kapag opening upward, meron tayong mean point. Okay? So, itong max at mean point natin is yung vertex ng parabola. So, pwede nating makuha yon, meron tayong formula. So, kuhain natin yung coordinate, right? So, sa x-coordinate, meron tayong formula na negative b over 2a. And then, para naman sa y-coordinate, equal lang siya doon sa f of x. So, kung anong nakuha nating value ng x dito, evaluate lang natin yung function doon sa x na yun. So, kailangan natin yung mga constants a, b, at c doon sa quadratic equation na given natin. So, y is equal to negative 3x squared plus 6x minus 8, right? So, using this general form, a natin is negative 3, b natin is 6, and c natin is negative 8. Right? Ngayon, kuhain natin yung x-coordinate, substitute natin sa formula, negative of b, which is 6, over 2, times a na negative 3. So, ilan to? Negative 6 over 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. So, parang cancel yung negative. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Okay? So, ito yung x-coordinate natin. So, para makuha yung y, evaluate lang natin yung f of x o yung y mismo sa 1. Kasi yun yung x na nakuha natin. Ibig sabihin, dito sa given natin na y is equal to negative 3x squared plus 6x minus 8, substitute natin sa mga x yung 1. So, y is equal to negative 3 times 1 squared plus 6 times 1 minus 8. So, y is equal to negative 3 times 1 squared or negative 3 plus 6 times 1 is 6 minus 8 is, so negative 3 plus 6 minus 8 is negative 5. So, therefore, yung x-coordinate natin is 1 and then yung y-coordinate is negative 5. So, ito yung highest point or maximum point ng parabola. So, the answer is letter B. Okay? Next, we have simplify square root of 2 minus square root of 5 over square root of 2 plus square root of 5. Okay, so since meron tayong radicals at nag-i-involve ng fraction under the denominator, para ma-simplify itong expression is i-rationalize natin. So, ibig sabihin, magmumultiply tayo both numerator and denominator ng the same value. So, which is dapat yung conjugate nitong denominator. Kasi ang goal ng rationalization is maalis yung radical expression sa denominator. So, pag multiply natin itong denominator sa conjugate niya, may eliminate natin yung radical. So, paano hanapin yung conjugate? So, copy nyo lang yung involved na radical sa square root of 2 tsaka square root of 5, right? So, gagawin nyo opposite sign. So, positive tayo sa denominator or plus yung operation, gagawin nyo yung minus. Okay? So, ganun din sa numerator, i-multiply nyo rin sa square root of 2 minus square root of 5. Okay? So, ngayon, numerator times numerator, we have square root of 2 minus square root of 5 times the same, right? So, parang i-square natin yan. Okay? Over square root of 2 plus square root of 5 times square root of 2 minus square root of 5. Okay, sa denominator muna tayo. Kasi automatic, ang magiging sagot natin dito is square natin tong first. So, square root of 2 quantity squared minus square nung second. So, square root of 5 squared. Okay? Tapos dito sa numerator, square of a binomial. So, sa radical, pwede rin natin gamitin yung shortcut sa square of a binomial. So, square the first. So, square root of 2 square. Then, product nung first at second term, then times 2. So, square root of 2 times negative square root of 5, right? Ilan yan? Negative square root of, so kapag same index na square root, pwede nyo i-multiply yung number sa loob, 2 times 5, 10. Pero may times 2 pa sa shortcut sa square of a binomial, so multiply pa natin sa 2. So, minus 2 square root of 10, then the last term is yung square nung second term. So, simplify na lang natin. So, square root of 2 square is 2, minus 2 square root of 10, plus square root of 5 square is 5, over, so, square root of 2 square is 2, minus square root of 5 square is 5. So, simplify sa numerator, combine 2 plus 5, 7, minus 2 square root of 10, over 2 minus 5 is negative 3. Okay, so pwede natin gawin is itong negative 3, itaas na lang natin. So, magiging negative of 7 minus 2 square root of 10 over 3. Tapos, distribute na lang natin itong negative. So, negative 7 plus 2 square root of 10 over 3. So, therefore, this is the simplified form. Negative 7 plus 2 square root of 10 over 3. So, the answer is letter C. Okay? Next, we have, if logarithm of x base b is equal to 3, logarithm of y base b is equal to 4, and logarithm of z base b is equal to 5, find logarithm of xy squared over z base b. Okay, so pwede natin gamitin dito yung properties of logarithm. So, hanapin daw natin yung logarithm of xy squared over z base b. So, mapapansin nyo dito sa ating power, meron tayong division, right? So, apply natin yung property ng logarithm na kapag meron tayong division, pwede natin niyang i-transform into the difference of two logarithm. Yung logarithm ng numerator with the same base b minus yung logarithm ng denominator with the same base b. So, equal siya sa logarithm of xy squared with the same base b minus logarithm of z with the same base b. Okay? Ngayon, meron naman tayong product, right? So, kapag meron tayong product ng dalawang numbers inside the power ng logarithm, pwede tayong gumamit ng product rule. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin silang paghiwalayin as the sum of the logarithm of that numbers with the same base b. So, pwede itong maging equal sa logarithm of x base b plus logarithm of y squared base b. Then, minus logarithm of z base b. Okay? Ngayon, meron pa tayong pwedeng i-apply na property dito sa pangalawa. So, mapansin nyo, yung y natin is may exponent na 2. So, pwede natin i-apply yung power rule for logarithm as, so yung 2, pwede natin igilid sa tabi ng logarithm sa magiging 2 times logarithm of y base b. Okay, then copy na lang natin tong mga expression. Okay, so ito yung value nung pinakahanapin natin, right? So, in terms of mga values na given, meron tayong value ng logarithm of x base b na 3. So, substitute natin dito, right? Plus, 2 times, meron din tayong value nito, logarithm of 5 base b, which is 4. So, times 4. Minus, meron tayong value nito, right? Logarithm of z base b is 5. So, simplify lang natin. 3 plus 2 times 4 is 8 minus 5. So, we have 3 plus 8 is 11 minus 5, 6. So, the answer is, so it should be, I think mali ako nung nasulat, should be positive 6. Okay, letter D. Next, we have, given the 30-60-90 triangle, if the hypotenuse is 5 square root of 2, what is the length of the side opposite the 60-degree angle? Okay, so meron tayong special right triangle which is the 30-60-90. So, ibig sabihin, kung meron tayong right triangle, let's say right triangle ABC. So, C is 90 degree. Let's say CA is 60 degree and B is 30 degree. So, 30-60-90 siya, right? So, this side is B, this side is A, this side is C. So, meron kasi tayong theorem dito. Yung side opposite the 30 degree, which is in this figure is B, should be 1/2 the hypotenuse, which is C. Okay? And then the side opposite the 60 degree, which is in this case is A, should be square root of 3 times the side opposite the 30 degree, which is B. Okay, so i-apply ngayon natin tong theorem na to dito sa problem. Ang given natin is yung hypotenuse C na 5 square root of 2 daw. Okay, ang tanong is, ano yung side opposite the 60 degree? Or itong A, right? So, pwede muna natin kuhain is itong B. Using this formula, B is equal to 1/2 ng C, which is itong 5 square root of 2. So, B is simply 5 square root of 2 over 2, right? And then, to solve for A, yung required, multiply naman natin ngayon itong nakuha nating B sa square root of 3. Kasi ito yung equation natin, right? A is square root of 3 times 5 square root of 2 over 2. So, simplify. A is equal to square root of 3 times 5 square root of 2 is 5 square root of, multiply natin yung 3 tsaka 2, 6 over 2. So, therefore, the answer is 5 square root of 6 over 2. Letter B. Okay? Next, we have solve for the side x in the figure. Okay, so sa figure, meron tayong given dimensions. Meron tayong side 6, side 5, side 2. Then, hanapin natin yung side x. Okay? So, pwede natin gamitin dito yung Pythagorean theorem. Kasi kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong dalawang right triangle, right? Okay? Apply natin yung Pythagorean theorem. So, given the right triangle, let's say this right triangle with legs AB at hypotenuse C, Pythagorean theorem states that sum of the squares of the legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, right? So, therefore, A square plus B square is equal to C square. Okay? So, pwede muna tayong mag-start dito sa right triangle na to. So, hanapin natin itong isang leg na to. Okay, so let's say, ito si A, ito si B, unknown, and ito si C. So, therefore, substitute natin, A is 5, so 5 square plus B square unknown equals C square, 6, so 6 square. So, 25 plus B square equals 36. Transpose si 25. B square is equal to 36 minus 25. B square is 36 minus 25 is 11, right? Square root both sides. B is square root of 11. So, square root of 11 na itong side na to. Okay? Ngayon, gamitin uli natin yung Pythagorean theorem this time sa right triangle na to. Okay? So, given yung hypotenuse, this time na square root of 11 yung nakuha natin, isang leg na 2, pwede nating makuha itong isang leg din na x. So, let's say A uli itong x, tapos B itong 2, and then C is square root of 11. So, same formula. So, A is x unknown, so x square plus B square, this time given na 2, 2 square equals C square, so square root of 11 square. So, x square plus 2 square is 4 equals square root of 11 square is 11. X square transpose is 4. 11 minus 4. X square is 11 minus 4, 7. Square root both sides. Therefore, x is square root of 7. Okay, so therefore, the length x is equal to square root of 7. Letter C. Okay? Next, we have a tank is 7/8 filled with oil. After 75 liters of oil are drawn out, the tank is still half full. How many liters can the tank hold? Okay, so, ang hahanapin natin dito is yung maximum capacity ng tank. So, let's say X yon. Let X be the capacity of tank. So, in liters yung unit natin, right? So, base dun sa given condition, buo tayo ng equation. So, initially daw, 7/8 filled with oil yung tank. So, therefore, 7/8 nung capacity, multiply natin sa x. Initially, ito yung laman na oil ng tank. Tapos, after 75 liters of oil are drawn out, so inalis din yung 75 liters, so maminusan natin ito ng 75, right? The tank is still half full. So, ibig sabihin, from 7/8 nung capacity nung tank, naging 1/2 full na lang siya. So, equal na lang siya sa 1/2 nung capacity. So, 1/2 x. Okay? So, therefore, nakabuo tayo ng linear equation. Solve na lang natin for x. So, dahil meron tayong denominator na 8 tsaka 2, eliminate muna natin yon by multiplying both sides by the LCD. Anong LCD ng 8 tsaka 2? Obviously, 8. So, multiply natin both sides by 8, distribute. 7/8x times 8, cancel si 8. So, magiging 7x na lang. Distribute. So, negative 75 times 8 is negative 600 equals, distribute sa right. So, 8 times 1 half x is cancel si 2, matitira sa 8 is 4. 4 times x na lang. Okay? Ngayon, transpose ko tong 4x sa left, transpose ko tong 600 sa right. So, magiging 7x minus 4x equals positive 600. So, 7x minus 4x is 3x equals 600. Divide both sides by 3 to solve for x. X is equal to 600 divided by 3 or simply 200. So, the unit is liters. Okay, so therefore, the answer is letter A. Next, we have find the value of summation of I squared plus 1 from 1 to 4. Okay, so sigma notation or summation notation. So, ibig sabihin lang ng expression na given yung summation of I squared plus 1 from I is equal to 1 to 4. Ibig sabihin, isa-sum up natin yung terms na to, yung I squared plus 1, sasubstitute natin yung I from 1 hanggang 4. Okay, so, dun muna tayo sa I equals 1. So, itong I squared plus 1 magiging 1 squared plus 1, right? So, ito yung first term. Plus, 2 naman si I, so magiging 2 squared plus 1, second term. Plus, 3 naman si I, so 3 squared plus 1, third term. And last, yung 4, yung ending term natin, right? So, substitute natin yung I na 4, so 4 squared plus 1. And then, simplify lang natin to, and then i-add natin. So, 1 squared plus 1 is 2, plus 2 squared plus 1 is 4 plus 1 or 5, plus 3 squared plus 1 is 9 plus 1 or 10, plus 4 squared plus 1 is 16 plus 1 or 17. And then, add natin 2 plus 5, 7 plus 10, 17 plus 17, 34. So, the answer is letter B. Okay? Next, we have, in how many ways can the first, second, and third places be chosen from a group of 10 contestants? Okay, so, ibig sabihin, kung meron daw tayong 10 tao, 10 contestants, ilang ways daw makakapili tayo dito sa 10 tao na to ng magiging first, second, at third place. Okay? So, this type of problem is a permutation problem. So, simple lang yung sagot natin dito. So, di ba meron tayong 10 contestant, tapos meron tayong 3 winners, yung first, second, tsaka third. So, pipili tayo ng 3 winners, so 3 winners among the 10 contestants. At nagmamatter yung order nila kasi may rank, right? First, second, and third. So, kapag ganun, gagamitin natin is permutation, yung symbol natin na P. So, NPR. Yung N is yung total contestants, which is 10. So, 10P. And then yung R, kung ilan yung winners, which is 3. Okay, so ito yung evaluate natin. So, tandaan nyo kapag permutation, order matter or arrangement matter. So, paano natin i-compute itong 10P3? So, meron kasi tayong formula for the NPR as n factorial over n minus r quantity factorial. So, pag sinubstitute natin dito, n natin is 10 and r natin is 3. So, we have 10 factorial over 10 minus 3 factorial. Or 10 factorial over 10 minus 3 is 7. So, 7 factorial. So, ibig sabihin ng factorial symbol, let's say n factorial, magsisimula tayo sa n, then multiply natin sa n minus 1 times n minus 2, and so on hanggang mag-1. So, ibig sabihin, pababa ng pababa hanggang mag-1. So, kung may 9 factorial tayo, ibig sabihin yan, multiply natin yung 9, starting sa 9, 9 times 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? So, ito yung expression natin, apply natin yon. So, 10 factorial magiging 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 factorial. So, minto na ako sa 7 factorial. Pero, ibig sabihin pa nitong 7 factorial is tutuloy-tuloy pa siya hanggang 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pero, huminto ako kasi nga, may denominator tayo na 7 factorial. So, pwede nating i-cancel yung 7 factorial. Okay? So, matitira na lang pala is 10 times 9 times 8. So, ilan yun? 720. So, therefore, ang sagot natin is 720. Letter D. Okay? Okay, so I think that's it for this video. College Entrance Exam Review Mathematics Part 11. So, abangan nyo na lang yung next upload ko for College Entrance Exam Math Review, which is Part 12. So, sana ay may natutunan kayo sa video na to at maraming salamat sa panonood.